masters have been coming from time to time just to guide the child humanity. When they came, they gave right understanding to the people. And what is that right understanding which they gave to the people at large? They said that God made man with the same privileges of God, born the same way, outer construction of the man body is the same for all. All have got 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 hands, 2 feet. Inner construction of the body is also the same. They have got stomachs, lungs, brain, the telegraph office, so they are all alike. And further, this man body we are having, there is some conscious entity working in this man body on account of which this body is working. It is relevant, and that we are. We are all drops of the ocean of all consciousness which is God, called God. So to say, you'll find we are all brothers and sisters in God. Whenever they came, they looked to all humanity from the level of the man body or level of the embodied soul. Whenever they came, they addressed the people at large, O man, or O embodied soul. So such like masters, whenever they came, they gave out that all mankind is alike. Further, man body is considered to be the highest in all creation, and the highest aim that we have got before us is to know God, as all scriptures tell us. But to know God, they say, you must know yourself first. Because God cannot be known by the outgoing faculties, nor by the intellect, nor by the vital ears. It is the soul alone which can know oversoul or God. God is all consciousness, being made of one substance. It is eternal, unchangeable permanence. And man also has the same privilege. Our souls are also conscious entities, a drop of the ocean of all consciousness. It is also eternal, and both of them are made of one substance only, that is consciousness, which is made of one substance. Naturally, there no question arises for its decomposition. But the universe that the God made is made of matter. Matter is composed of atoms. And atoms are changing. Whatever is the composition of something, the day must come when they decompose. So the universe being made of matter, composed of atoms, is changing all the while. But God is eternal. Similarly, we have got man body which is also made of matter, which is composed of atoms. This is also changing at the same speed as the atoms of the universe are changing. So, pity it is, this body works so long as we are in the body. It is a wonderful house we live in, and we are also in the body so long as we are controlled in the body. You find there are so many purposes in the man body, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, mouth, etc. With all that we cannot run away out of it. Breathing goes out, there is some power which brings back the breathing inside. So when the operations are performed by surgeons, sometimes they take hours together. With all that long operation, we cannot run away out of the body. So we are controlled in the body by some power which is controlling all the universe. That power is called God. That very power is just controlling the movement in the atom too. So what we have to see, we have to know ourselves first. So we are in the body so long as that power is working, is keeping us in the body. When that power is withdrawn, we have to leave the body. And this body is just buried underground, dust go out and unto dust return. Similarly, that very power is controlling our universe. When that power is withdrawn from there, dissolution and grand dissolution comes as section. So in the man body you will find the masters, whenever they come, they say, well, oh man, just know thyself who you are. This man body is the first companion that we have with us when we enter this world. But when we leave the body, this body does not go along with us. That is left behind. According to the various customs of the religions, either that is buried underground or cremated. So masters say, oh man, know thyself who you are. Man has physical body, it has intellect and embodied soul, spirit in man. So it is the soul in man which can know God, because life can alone know the life. But our soul is under the control of mind, and mind is under the control of outgoing faculties, and through the outgoing faculties, our attention, which is the expression of soul, is diffused into the world, identified with them so much so that we have forgotten ourselves. This is a grand delusion in which we are all of us, whether learned or unlearned, high or low, rich or poor, undergoing. So masters, whenever they come, they say, well, know thyself. All scriptures tell us like that. So long as we do not know ourselves, how can we know ourselves? By self-analysis, by analyzing our own self from the body, outgoing faculties and mind. So one seeker after truth went to a master, he knocked his door. The master from inside asked who you are. He said, Master, I don't know who I am. I have come to you only to know who I am. Well, the same question is put to us, what will we say? If a little child is there, 4 years or 3 years old, you ask him who you are, what he does. He opens his mouth, opens his eyes, he feels something here. As he grows in years, you ask him who you are, he says, I'm Mr. Joseph, I'm Mr. Smith, I'm Mrs. Mary. And they still grow in years, they say, I'm a Christian, I'm a Mohammedan, I'm a Hindu. Further on, he says, I'm an Indian, I'm a Christian, I'm an American, I'm a German, so on. We go so far away from our own self that we forget our own selves. So the reason is that we are identified with the body. Now, how can we come out of this delusion to know our own self? The only way is we must rise above body consciousness. And at the time of death, body is laid aside. Similarly, if you now know how to rise above body consciousness, we will see. We will have the right understanding where we are not the body. Now we say, it is my coat, I can put it off. It is my watch, we can also lay aside. But we say it is my body. Can we lay aside our body? Can we separate ourselves from the body? Time does come when we have to leave the body. But that is at the time of death. It is too late. Master says, well, while alive you must know yourself, while alive. In their own terminology they say, learn to die so that you may begin to live. So what is death? At the time of death, the life withdraws from the feet underneath, comes up to the back of the eyes, which is the seat of the soul in the body. Eyes are upturned, and then the adoption comes. So If we know how to rise above body consciousness, come up while alive at the seat of the soul, which is at the back of the eyes, we will see we are not the body. Saint Plutarch tells us, those who are initiated into the beyond, their soul has the same experience as the soul has at the time of leaving the body and death. So all masters who came, well, if you want to come out of this delusion, you must rise above body consciousness. You must learn to die while alive. Well, will such a death lead us to the grave? No. Because the silver cord which is based on the reactions of the past is not broken. At the time of death it is broken. So we are not to die in such a death which leads our bodies to the grave, but it is only which leads us from darkness to light. When you close your eyes, you see darkness. When you rise above body consciousness, you see light there. It is something to be born anew. What Christ referred to, except you be born anew, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. To be born anew means first we have our birth in the flesh, which is made of the corruptible seed. But to be born anew into the beyond by rising above senses is just to have rebirth into the kingdom of God. But those people who are not conversant with it, just like Nicodemus, when he preached, except ye be born anew, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. And he came up to Christ saying, "O Lord, I am an old man, how can I re-enter the womb of the mother and be reborn?" Then he was told like that, flesh is born of the flesh and spirit of the spirit. So when we know how to analyze ourselves from mind and outgoing faculties, we know that we are the indweller of the man body. But now in the present state of affairs we see we work at the level of the body. The Master tells us, so man, you got the man body which is the highest in all creation, which is the golden opportunity afforded to us. Because in man body only we can rise above body consciousness, know ourselves by self-analysis, then we can know who is that controlling power which is keeping us in the body. These are what we find in the scriptures. So man body, as I told you, is the highest in all creation, and the highest aim before us is to know God. For that purpose we have joined various religions. There are social bodies in which we have joined. The highest purpose is to have moral uplift and spiritual uplift. To know God, and to know God we must know ourselves first. Masters have been coming from time to time, almost in all religions. And they knew God, they became the mouthpiece of God. Those who came in contact with them, they also had the experience of God. Son knows the Father, and others whom the Son reveals. So the purpose of joining any religion is to know God, and to know God we must know ourselves first. So knowing oneself is a practical question. If we do rise above body consciousness while alive, well, if there are the proof given by the scriptures, you find the St. Paul said, I die daily. And other masters also have to say the same thing. Well, so long as you do not know how to leave the body, you cannot know yourself. And unless you know yourself, you cannot know that power which is keeping us in the body. So we have to find God, where to go. God resides in every heart. That very power is keeping us in the body. So first of all, what we have to do, not to go to leave the world and go to any recluse or solitude. But even if you go there also, you have to just enter this laboratory of the man body to find him. Because therein, the nearest approach, we have got the nearest approach because that power is controlling us in the body. So body is considered to be the true temple of God. That is what scriptures tell us. God does not reside in temples made by the hand of man. So where does he reside? He resides in the temple made by the hand of God. That is the man body. So body is the true temple of God, all masters say. So unless we know how to withdraw from outside, we cannot know ourselves. Unless we rise from the clutches of the mind and the outgoing faculties, we cannot know ourselves. If we know ourselves, only then we come in contact with that God power which is controlling us in the body. And what is that? That is called as world. All heavens were made by the Word. The beginning was the Word, and Word was with God, and Word was God. That is the creating and the controlling power of our universe that resides within this man body. We also reside in this man body, and that God power which controls us in the man body also resides here. Two brothers, you might say, living in the same body, pity it is that one cannot speak together, nor see. So God can be seen as given out by all masters, the man body only. For that you have to first withdraw your attention from outside, enter within the laboratory of the man body, first thing. Attention, which is the expression of soul, that is just diffused into the world through the outgoing faculties, first that has to be withdrawn and come to the seat of the soul which is at the back of the eyes. When we come there, we come in contact with that God power which is controlling us in the body, and our eye becomes single. Our eye opens. All masters say that our eyes and ears are sealed. Unless those seals are broken, we cannot see God, we cannot hear God. What do we see of God? We have got two kinds of statements in the scriptures. One is nobody has seen God so far at any time. And the others, we find the masters do testify that they have seen God. Christ said, behold the Lord. No reasoning. Guru Nanak says the same thing. Kabir said the same thing. To cut short, all masters who came, they had first an experience of God, and those who met them, they also had the same experience with their grace, the God working in them. So God can be seen. And what do we see of God? God into expression power is called word or noun. And that is the cause of all creation. Word has two aspects. One is of light and the other of sound principle, music of the spheres. So you see, when the world came into being, lo, there was light. So when God came into expression, there was light first, then proceeded that music of the spheres which is controlling all universe. So all masters, whether they came in one religion or the other, they gave out the same thing. Socrates said, he heard a peculiar sound. We dragged him into a new region. Plato refers to the same thing. He talked about it as music of his spheres. Pythagoras said the same thing. He considered God as a music of nature, of all harmonies. And he said, truth clothed with light. They both spoke of the same thing. Zoroaster referred to the same thing. Keep burning fire in the temples constantly, 24 hours of the day and night. And then they refer to Srausha. Everything came into being by Srausha. Zoroaster and Buddha and everybody, you see, in the Vedas and all Mohammedan scriptures also tell us that God is light, Nur or Jyoti. And in the sound principle we can hear the voice of God and we become spheres. When we rise above body consciousness, that is a matter of pure self-analysis. For these experiences which are referred to in the various scriptures that are with us today, we have joined the various schools of thought which are called our religion. So each religion has its two aspects. One is the outer, the other is the inner. Outer aspect appears to be different, but all the same, purpose is the same. They have got their own different badges to denote that such and such man is reading in such and such college, that's all. In all religions, scriptures are enjoined to be read. And what are scriptures? Scriptures have the fine record of the experiences what the masters had in their life with God. By reading them, they dwelt in us and experienced a desire to have those very experiences what they had. Moses said he heard the commandments in thunder and light. So all refer to the two aspects of God which can be seen and heard. What are those eyes with which we can see the light of God? Well, those eyes are different, Guru Nanak says, than these eyes of flesh and bones. That's the third eye. And that is what is referred to in the Bible as single eye. Eye is the light of the body. If thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. So how the two eyes become single? It is a practical question. If that eye becomes single, which is within each man, which is called as the third eye, or the latent eye, or the Shivneta, that is within each man, whether a man has got two eyes on the face or not. So in the terminology of the masters, truly a blind man is one, not one who has got no eyes on his face, but whose inner eye is not opened, with which he can see the light of God. Truly speaking, deaf is one, not one who has lost his hearing power outside, but whose inner ears are closed or sealed, not to hear the voice of the music of the spheres. When you come to a master, the competency lies in what? To all intents and purposes, he is a man like us. Our ministers in all religions, they are supposed to be the masters, to know God, and whoever goes to them, they must be able to give them, open the inner eye to see the light of God and hear the voice of God. But pity it is, they know only the first step. Very few there are who really know these things practically. They know how to say prayers, how to perform certain rites or rituals. They are good actions. They are meant for developing love and devotion in us. That is meant for the preparation of the ground for knowing God. But unless we analyze ourselves, our soul, our mind and outgoing faculties, we do not rise above body consciousness, we cannot know ourselves, and we inner eye is not open. When that we rise above body consciousness, our inner eye opens, we begin to see the light of God. So with due deference to the ministers of the various religions, at least they are doing some preparatory ground. While belonging to any religion, all religions have truth in them because the masters have been coming from time to time who knew the truth. And truth is what? They gave out the same thing. Those who met them, they were competent to give them experience of God as they had themselves. Now we need somebody even to understand the true import of scriptures that are with us, because scriptures contain the exact experiences what they had, masters had in their lives. So to have this right import of the scriptures, we need somebody now who had that very experience and is competent to give us that experience too. Such a person is called a master. To all intents and purpose, he is a man like us. But he has dwelt in that way. He can rise above body consciousness at will, transcend into the beyond when he wills, and also is competent to raise other souls from the bondage of mind and matter, open their inner eye to enable them to see the light of God, and open their inner ears to hear the voice or the music of the spheres. So such a one who has got that competency is not the son of man, mind that. The son of man is nothing at whose own God is manifest. God resides in every heart. Somewhere he is manifest, somewhere yet not, although it is there. Because our soul is bowed down under the control of mind and outward faculties. So if you meet somebody who has remaining in any religion, who has that experience at their feet, we will be able to rise above body consciousness, open the inner eyes, see the light of God, and open the inner ears to hear the voice of God. And we testify it is so. We have not to wait till after death. So a bird in hand is better than two in the bush. This is the masters say. They have got the competence to give you an experience opening of the inner eye, to see the light of God, and opening of the inner ear to hear the voice of God. Such a one is needed, irrespective whether you belong one religion or the other. To belong some religion is good unless you come across such a person that may be in their religion, may be anywhere. Your inner eye cannot be opened. You can open your inner eye well and good. Blind man needs two eyes to see. But if not, then naturally we have to seek the help of somebody who knows the way and is competent to give us that experience. In the worldly things you see, we need somebody in any line we take up who is expert in that way. All these outer subjects relate to our outgoing faculties. If we do need somebody even to guide us, subjects which relate to our outgoing faculties, why not we need anybody just to proceed on the way which starts where all philosophy then will you rise above outgoing faculties. It is a matter of common sense for calm consideration. The question might arise, how can we find such a way? Well, God resides in every heart. He sees what we want. So it is said, ask and it shall be given unto you, knock and it shall be opened unto you. When God sees this child is after me, so there is food for the hungry and water for the thirsty. That God power which is within us, He sees such a child is after me, He makes some arrangement to bring him in contact with somewhere where he can be put on the way, and where God is manifested at some human pole. So the God in him is only competent to raise the soul of it from the body of mind and matter. In this way, the purpose of having the man body is fully attained. And the purpose of joining any religion is fully achieved. So blessed we are that we have got a man body, that's the grace of God. And if that hunger is inside us, naturally God makes some arrangement to bring us somewhere where God is manifest. Because it is God alone who can give a contact with Him. No one else can do it because He has got no equal. That may be called as God in man, or man in God. The God in Him is competent. When He meets, He gives him a contact and experience, how to rise above body consciousness, how to die while alive, how to be reborn, how to enter in the kingdom of God while alive. So when He has given us that experience, the grace of God is there, the God in man. Now, it is for us, if we do need have some contact like that, then we have to act up to what He says. When you've got something to start with, well, it is for you now to further develop it. So there are many masters in the world. Beware of the false prophets. They come as lambs and they are ravening wolves. What is meant by that? Real masters' qualification is what I have told you before. I have given by all scriptures. People may come who can give you very good talks. Well, who can teach you how to say prayers, how to perform certain rites and rituals, and their scope is. But it is not a matter of that, you see. A man comes and gives you a very wonderful talk on the principle of business. Quite appreciative, very wonderful talk he gives about the business principles, but pity it is to whom he gives the talk have no money to start with, no capital. What will your lecture do? So if that man gives them some capital to start with, then the talk can carry some effect. Similarly, to say God is within you, such and such master says so and so, well, it is, unless you find him there's no way out with all that, unless you have the first-hand experience with God, truly speaking, these lectures won't go. So masters or the ministers are supposed to be, as I told you, to have the competence of knowing God and competency to let others know God. So, blessed we are, we have joined some religion or the other for the same noble purpose of knowing God and first knowing one's own self, because self-knowledge precedes God knowledge. Now we have to see where we stand. If we have achieved this object, blessed we are. Whatever steps we have taken, we do deference to that, but we have yet to open our inner eyes, see the light of God and hear the voice of God. And only then, truly speaking, this is the only commencement, I tell you, because there are so many mentions in the house of our Father, so many planes. According to these planes, we have been given different bodies, enable us to work in those particular planes. Those who shake off all these bodies and reach the true home of our Father, well, that is the highest purpose of a man's body, by joining in any religion. So by comparative study of religions, and practically by sitting at the feet of my Master, what I came to know, I have given you a brief digest thereof. It is for your calm consideration to know where you stand. Generally, people are in feelings. They feel there's God all around. That is your own make. Sometimes they see light and visualize light. That is also your own make. Sometimes we rise into emotions, we draw inferences to come to some conclusion, but that is seeing is above all. The seeing arises to the soul when it is liberated from mind and outward faculties. This is the subject matter before us as a man. The purpose of our joining various religions is We have to consider how far we have proceeded, how far further we have to take up the way. Thank you.